We are back. As you can see there, guys, 192,000 miles. We are not there yet at 200,000 miles. Actually, I was going to change the car at 200,000 miles, but I have now changed my mind. I'm just going to carry on using it. Okay. So again, as you can see, I've driven 523.7, and look what it says. I still have 310 miles to go. So it's still an excellent car, very fuel efficient. Why should I get rid? It doesn't make any economical sense. And like I said, I'm not interested in electric at the moment. I don't think it's really necessary. It's cheaper to run this car and the other Citroen that I bought, Picasso. They're cheaper to buy, cheaper to fuel, and as long as you service them on time, no headaches. All right. Right. Today, I just wanted to show you this. I bought this Topdon scanner. I bought it on eBay. The reason I bought this is because I'm just sick and tired of going to these garages to ask them to reset for me, after repairs. So I am, guys, look, I'm wearing shorts today because it's very hot, so I'm wearing shorts. Very, very unusual to see me wearing shorts. Some people get like, well, shorts. Yeah, so I decided to buy this because I was just sick and tired of relying on mechanics. You go there, ask them for a help, they go in circles. So I decided to buy this. I think it's a good investment. Price that I bought. This is the manual here. The good thing with this, I looked hard on the internet before buying this. The good thing with this, it just gets update when you connect it to the internet, and it is indefinite. So it never stop updating itself. You don't pay any subscription fees like that. It is just this, okay? So there is another one called Snap On. It's much expensive, around 1,000. I was willing to buy it, £1,000, no problem. But you need to pay a fee every year. So I thought, nah, not pay 1,000 and also having to go through all that, subscription. What's the point? All right. Okay, there's all the information. It's in here. I've already used it a couple of times when I was buying the other Citroen, the Picasso. I used it just to plug in to see, if there's some faults with the car, but they were just minor things that I could deal with myself. I think this is for moist. I don't know, for me, it's making this smell nice. I don't know. So you get this USB cable. This is for charging. Okay, this plugs into the scanner, and then the USB plugs into the charger. This one here, you plug in here and then you charge it. What I do is to preserve the battery on these, because they are lithium ion batteries, I charge it to about 70% and I leave it there. And when it goes lower to around 20%, I charge it up again. I want it to be like in the middle all the time. You don't want to charge this fully and then you just leave them there. The batteries, these new batteries, they lithium ion batteries, they don't want to sit there fully charged all the time. They die. This is why some electric cars, the battery just dies, but the mileage is very low, and you wonder how come the battery died. The Nissan Leafs, how come the battery died when it only has 10,000 miles? Yeah, it's because grandma, when she comes from Asda or Marks and Spencer's, she plugs it in, so it's always fully charged. The lithium ion batteries, they don't like that. Okay, so this is it. There's this little dongle that's this. You plug it in here. Let me just there used to be a cover on this Citroen underneath here, so I thought it's totally unnecessary to have that cover here. Right, plugged it in. When it's plugged properly, it's a green light there. Then you power on this thing right here. Yeah, it's powering. All right, so that's it powers up. I've plugged it in there, and the car also is on. So it says on the manual that the engine shouldn't be running when you plug this. All right, so yeah, there we go. All this stuff here, it's a new version. So I will update this when I get in the house. So how to use it is all in the manual here. So there's no problem at all using this. Very simple, you just plug it in there and you can. Okay, so you just go OBD and then it will scan the whole system, and then my car doesn't have any errors. So if there's some errors, you just fix them and clear those errors. Okay, so this like I said, this I really needed this. If now I have faults with either the DPF, the EGR, or anything like that, I will repair it. After repairing it, I just plug this in and reset. No longer going to a mechanic to do that for me. That has been my biggest problem. When I have faults with the cars, I have to rely on mechanics to plug in and reset. So that over. Now I do it myself. Okay. So I'm gonna just power this off because no, not power it off. Just put it in here, plug, and remove this plug here. Come on, yeah. Just put it back in here. Come on. Then when I get in the house, I will update, because as you say, it's a upgrade. So there's a new version. So I'll do that. All right. So that's about it, guys. That's about it. About this. Now, on the last video, some people thought I hate electric cars. No, I don't hate them. Okay. Let me just spin the camera around so that you can see me. Right, yeah. Some people thought that I was saying I hate electric cars. No, I don't hate electric cars. In fact, I love electric cars. I want to have one. It's just that it doesn't make any sense whatsoever at this stage for me to get one. They just cost a lot of money. So why would I do that? Why would I go to spend, how much is Tesla? 32,000. Do you know how the roads are here in UK? Terrible. Okay, the car will be efficient to run because you don't put diesel, and electricity is not cheap unless you are in certain tariffs or certain companies. Charging on the motorway and other areas where you have to pay, it's very expensive. Sometimes it's even more expensive than putting diesel, so for me it's no at the moment. I'm happy with diesel. When the time comes, if it ever comes, because like I said last time, this is business. They're doing this because they want you to get loans. They're desperate for people to get in debt for some reason that I just cannot explain. They're happier when people are in debt. If you're not in debt, you are considered. Even people who watched my previous video say I bought the car for $4,000, 4.5, part exchanging it with Zafira. They thought, well, you should have just bought electric. No, I cannot buy electric. I go with what I feel is comfortable for me. It's cheaper. Okay? Get diesel, service it. It's cheaper. Don't get played into debt. Look at the markets right now. things are very tough. You know, people are losing homes. They are losing cars. There are some videos of, what is it called? Repo Man. This guy with a truck. He just comes, if you don't pay for the car, he comes to your house without you even knowing. He doesn't say a thing. He just lifts the car and drive off. So my advice would be, don't get into debt. Get a comfortable look. You can do this. Let's say if you really want an electric car, let's say you do this. Look for a Nissan Leaf for about $4,000. Okay, and use it just to run around. And actually, I was talking to my wife, and we thought we could maybe do that. I've seen one. It's a 2011 Nissan Leaf. The guy was saying the range is around 50 miles. I said, okay, maybe we can get that. Just to go to Asda and to the park, just around here. But keep the diesel for when we want to go longer distances. Maybe you can do that because $4,000, it's not that bad. But to buy an electric car that you want to drive even longer distances, you're going to spend well over, 30 grand, unless you want to go in and out charging stations. I don't know. But spending that out, let's say you spend £16,000 buying a Hyundai Kona, because it does about 300 miles on the charge around town. I think on the motorway, maybe around 250 to 280, something like that. So, but it's 16 grand. You can get a 7-seater diesel for 5,000 and get a Nissan Leaf for maybe 3,000. So you're still well below 10 grand. And I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And I was talking to one guy as well and said, but you can still do that on one car. You can buy a Mercedes. He said there's a Mercedes E-Class. It's a plug-in diesel. So when you charge it, you can drive for about 30 to 40 miles. That's what he said. But you'll still have diesel there. But how much is the car? £28,000. And if it's new, it will be way, way expensive. So maybe that's what we will do in the near future. Not right now. In the near future, we might get a second-hand Nissan Leaf of Zoe, less than $4,000. I wouldn't go above that. Then we can use it as a shopping basket just to run around here. And if we go into a longer distance like Manchester, Birmingham, London, then we use our diesel. Very comfortable, nice. Gear number 6 on the motorway, brilliant. The thing keeps quiet and just sail and sail and sail. So, that's how I don't want to be driving with my family in the car and we're traveling, and at the same time I'm worried about the battery. Oh no, and then the battery goes. We go to the charging station, and there are lots of cars there. They're all charging. Now I can't charge. Or I get there, the charger doesn't work, and I have my family. See, if I'm alone, then maybe I might, it's called range anxiety. You don't want to deal with that stuff when, there are some things available. I don't want to say don't be a baby, just get thrown about and you don't, I don't know. So that's what I think. I'll keep my diesels for now. And maybe next year we might consider a cheaper Nissan Leaf or Zoe or any other electric car that will be less than £4,000. Then I can invest that and we use it just around here so that I can save these diesels for driving them along for a long time. So that's how it is. I don't hate electric cars. They're just too expensive, and it's very hard to fix them yourself. You have to go to the main dealer with charges. It's so expensive. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.